Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to replace a clutch disc. We'll be going through the whole process step by step, from getting the transmission out to installing the new disc and putting everything back together. I'll be covering everything you need to know, including the tools you'll need and some important tips to make the job easier. Let's get started. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into something a lot of you have been asking for, replacing the clutch disc on a VAZ 2007. This isn't a job for the faint of heart, but with the right tools and a little patience, you can absolutely tackle this yourself and save a bunch of money. First, let's talk about some common clutch problems. We'll cover the basics, like slipping, grabbing, and noise issues. Understanding these problems can help you diagnose if a clutch disc replacement is actually necessary or if there's a simpler fix. We'll look at the symptoms, how to identify them, and what might be causing them. We'll even cover some preventative maintenance you can do to extend the life of your clutch. Think of this as a pre-flight check before we even get started on the actual replacement. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty of clutch disc replacement. We'll start by showing you how to properly disconnect the battery, for safety reasons, of course. Then, we'll go step by step through the process of removing the transmission. This involves removing various components, and I'll show you exactly which bolts to loosen, which nuts to remove, and the order in which to do it all. We'll also talk about using the right tools and how to avoid damaging any parts in the process. We'll be using jack stands, and I'll stress the importance of safety throughout the entire process. Once the transmission is out, we'll get to the heart of the matter, the clutch itself. We'll carefully remove the pressure plate, inspect the flywheel for any damage, and then finally, remove the old clutch disc. I'll show you how to properly inspect the old disc to understand why it failed and what you can learn from it. This is crucial for preventative maintenance down the road. Next, we'll install the new clutch disc. This is a delicate process, and I'll show you the proper alignment tools and techniques to ensure a perfect fit. We'll talk about the importance of proper torque specifications and how to avoid damaging the new disc during installation. We'll also cover the importance of using the correct lubricant where needed. After installing the new clutch disc, we'll reverse the process, carefully reinstalling the pressure plate, the transmission, and all the other components we removed earlier. We'll go back over the torque specifications for each bolt and nut, ensuring everything is properly tightened. Remember, this is a precision job, so taking your time is key. Finally, we'll reconnect the battery and test the clutch. I'll show you how to properly test the clutch to ensure it's working correctly and what to look for if there are any issues. We'll cover the importance of a test drive and what to expect during that test drive. We'll also discuss potential troubleshooting steps if something isn't quite right. This entire process might seem daunting, but by following these steps carefully and taking your time, you'll be able to replace your clutch disc like a pro. Remember safety first, and always consult your vehicle's repair manual for specific instructions and torque specifications. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more DIY car repair videos. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the world of clutch replacement, specifically focusing on the VAZ 2007. We'll cover everything from recognizing when your clutch needs replacing to the actual process of getting it done. First off, let's talk about clutch replacement in general. This isn't a job for the faint of heart. It requires patience, the right tools, and a good understanding of your vehicle's mechanics. We'll be going step by step, but remember, safety first. Always disconnect the battery before starting any work on your car's electrical system. Proper jacking and securing of the vehicle is also crucial to prevent accidents. We'll be showing you exactly how to do this safely throughout the video. Remember, if you're not comfortable with any part of this process, it's always best to take your car to a professional mechanic. Next, we'll tackle the removal and installation of the gearbox. This is a significant part of the process, and it involves several steps. We'll show you how to carefully disconnect the driveshaft, remove the clutch housing, and then carefully extract the gearbox itself. We'll also cover the proper torque specifications for all the bolts involved, because getting this wrong can lead to serious problems down the road. We'll be using a torque wrench throughout the process so you can see exactly how to do it correctly. Now, let's talk about adjusting the clutch pedal. A properly adjusted clutch pedal is essential for smooth gear changes and overall drivability. We'll show you how to check the free play of the pedal and adjust it if necessary. This involves accessing the clutch cable and making the necessary adjustments. We'll show you exactly where to find the adjustment points and how much adjustment is typically needed. Again, precision is key here. Knowing when to change your clutch is just as important as knowing how to change it. Signs of a failing clutch include slipping, difficulty engaging gears, or a burning smell coming from the clutch area. If you notice any of these symptoms, it's time to investigate further. Ignoring these warning signs can lead to more extensive and costly repairs. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty of how to replace the clutch disc itself. We'll show you how to carefully remove the old clutch disc, inspect the flywheel for wear and tear, and install the new clutch disc correctly. This involves aligning the clutch disc properly with the pressure plate and flywheel. We'll emphasize the importance of using the correct tools and techniques to avoid damaging any components. Now, while we are focusing on the VAZ 2007 today, many of these principles apply to other Lada models. We'll touch briefly on the similarities and differences in changing the clutch on a Lada Granta. The basic process is similar, but there might be some variations in the specific components and access points. Similarly, we'll also briefly compare the process to changing the clutch on a VAZ 2014, 2015, and VAZ 2006. While the overall concept remains the same, there will be subtle differences in the layout and design that we'll point out. Finally, let's discuss the construction features of the VAZ 2007 clutch system. Understanding how the clutch components work together will give you a better appreciation for the entire replacement process. We'll break down the different parts and their functions, helping you to understand the mechanics behind the operation. This knowledge will be invaluable in troubleshooting any future issues.